see right past him or her, we've got our second egg on the farm. They definitely act a little bit different when there's eggs. See that right there? Meow. Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. It's evening feeding time. We're getting close. We're about 30 minutes to an hour away from the evening feeding, but Shannon and I are super excited. If you saw our last video, it was cold. That was just yesterday, day before? Whatever.
Yeah.
Spring in Missouri, or almost spring in Missouri, tail end of winter. You never know what the weather's gonna do. Today, 60 some odd degrees. The wind is humming through here. And I apologize for the interstate sounds, but the wind's bringing it this direction. Yeah. So you might hear that. But we wanted to film because we are very excited. Shady Acres is officially a producing homestead now. We'll show you what we're talking about here in just a little bit. But first, we're gonna get some goats out today. Let them graze. We're about 30 minutes, like I said, 30 minutes to an hour before they're feeding. And I hate to commit to this out loud, but we're gonna start trying to come down on the grain intake just a little bit. Well, by a little bit, probably like 50%. So the goal is to increase our grazing, and of course they always have hay, and hopefully drop that grain down a little bit. A lot of you guys have been mentioning Spruce's midsection is looking pretty, you know, fluffy, yeah. And it does. So it's kept him warm through the cold winter, and now it's time for he and Luigi to get their bikini bodies on.
Yeah, I think we're ready for it.
We're ready for it?
They're ready for it.
All right,
it's time.
Bruno's up there recharging. I promise we're gonna do a full video with him before too long, but he's just, you know, he's an 8-week-old puppy.
He's a lot of work, guys.
He's a lot of work, so we gotta manage, you know, handling a camera and going through his training and all that stuff. Princess, do you wanna go inside before we bring everybody out? Of course, princess status.
Come on, baby girl.
So yesterday was Bruno's first vet visit, and got his vaccine, got his, all the stuff, you know, the puppy stuff, the puppy kit. And when we got back, of course, he was exhausted, put him down, and then I came down, fed the animals, and I got Hercules out. He had his pain medication. Speaking of Mr. Hercules, he had his pain medication yesterday morning. Hi, buddy. But I really wanted to keep an eye on him and see if he needed it last night. And honestly, he was doing great.
He is giving it a little bit of attention right now. He's just kind of picking it up off the ground. I didn't give him any pain medication this morning whenever I fed him. So he's officially gone probably 24 hours now without any pain medication. Yeah, and we just really wanted to make sure that his foot was actually starting to feel a little bit better. But long story short, I put him on his leash, his short leash last night, and we went for a little walkabout, not necessarily on the trail, but up there on the smoother pieces of the land. And he not only really enjoyed himself, but he not one single time showed any pain or anything like that. And he has heard us out here with Bruno, and so he gets a little bit jelly. So, my big guy.
Got to win him back over and show that he's going to get special attention, right, buddy?
You've been sleeping, haven't you?
I've been sleeping hard, Mom.
That's good.
It's hard coming off those pain pills. Those things are pretty strong, you know?
Yeah, they are.
I'm feeling good, though. Let me back in there with my spruce and all the rest of them.
Well, we need your nail to grow back just a little bit more before we do that, okay? Just need it to be a little bit more healed.
Okay. These guys just came back up from Goatville.
Look at Larry and Harry. Oh my gosh.
So they've been grazing just a little bit, but they've really put the hurt on any new growth that hits Goatville very quickly. So, I'm gonna let the goats out. I'm gonna get his collar and leash on him. We're just gonna graze about before it's feeding time. All right, we've got the big man all leashed up. Release the crazies.
You guys want to come out?
Let's go grazing, guys. Show them, Ouija. Show them, Mama. First, they got to clean up the feed that the boys knock out of their little feeders.
Yes, every time. Come on, guys. Ouija, I can't believe you're going back in. I'm shocked. Come on. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Good job, sprucers. Come on, Mama.
We're gonna go,
Good job, everybody.
We're going, buddy. Come on, bub. Let's go with the goaties. Come on, dude. Good boy, Hercules. Good boy. he was given the saddest of faces when we had Bruno and Nala out a little bit ago.
Oh yeah.
I can only imagine how they feel right now.
I bet they feel pretty liberated right now.
It's like a full buffet just right in front of them.
Well, yeah, because they're all going for the grass even.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this because I've only had goats for a little while, but I'm pretty sure they like the fescue a lot because I believe that's what's running along that left side of Goatville, and that's what grows inside of Goatville. But the moment spring weather hits, they're mowing it down from the inside.
Oh, big time.
It's funny because he hasn't had access to them for, I believe it's been a week and a day now. And he wants access to them, but when it's about being out here, he wants access.
Oh yeah.
He wants to check his trail. When I brought him out yesterday, that thumper nose, he's got that thump, 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 thump. He sniffs so hard. He sniffed every square inch of every step Bruno took out on this land. Didn't miss a beat, because I remember a lot of the places Bruno would get into, and I was like, hey, come on, buddy, get out of there. And Herc went to every single one of them.
And he's covering them up now.
Buddy,
Oh, don't do
pains
that.
me.
That makes me hurt.
Come on, bub, you're fine. Whew.
Whew, that's exactly what we're trying to avoid, Herc. Good job. Good job, Bluesy. Come on.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Here we go. I think the primary reason why Blue is not as readily coming over here is because she doesn't necessarily realize that he's on a leash. But these goats all get along with Hercules really well. I mean, they'll play a little bit, but if he's not on his leash and she's starting to come over, but she's watching him, she's the only one that he will ever just randomly take off and chase, and they will just mad dash all the way back to the pen. I've got him, baby.
Good job, Bluesy.
They don't like, you know, when we make it all the way over here and they can't see us, can't see the other goats, like they don't like that. They want to be together.
But at the same time, Blue always wants to have her safe place of the pen to retreat to and run to.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can tell she's still a little paranoid, but
Oh yeah.
this is really good for him.
They are loving this grass though.
Mario Brothers, why don't we stay up here?
I know Herc is loving it too.
Yeah, very much so.
So happy to stretch his legs.
Mom, what about me?
Are you loving it, Spruce?
You know, if somebody sees me in the wild, they're gonna think, wow, that goat loves himself a good buffet. And guess what? You're exactly right. Anybody wants to take Spruce to Golden Corral? I'll go with you. Just like my buffet. Nom nom, nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom.
Hey, that evening sunlight's making you look pretty good, dude.
You getting my good side here, Mom?
Not anymore.
Yeah.
The birds are up in their run.
I think there's a reason. So allegedly, guineas start laying eggs around 12 months old. Well, we got these guys last year in early June, and they couldn't have been but maybe a week or two old at the time. But we've seen them mating. We've seen a male or two, you know, and it's like, I think we've mentioned in the past, it's a pretty quick little shotgun style thing, but we hadn't seen any eggs. And it's hard to find guinea eggs because they don't use nesting boxes typically like chickens would. And you can make nesting boxes, you can try to put the fake decoy eggs in there and encourage them to, but ultimately they're gonna lay them where they want to and where they're comfortable. This morning, I was walking out to my truck and I noticed there was a broken egg on the ground right by my door. And they like to hang out back behind my truck in the trailer because I always park there, and they know that's where if I leave they can catch me, if I come home they can catch me. And so we're keeping an eye on them. But there was a guinea egg, guys. Our first guinea egg. Why it was broken, I don't know. These guineas have never laid before. We got them as Keats. So maybe there's a learning curve when you first start laying eggs, like understanding what is happening to me. Or maybe the other guineas, maybe it's a competition thing. I'm not really sure. Or it could have been any other animal that found it last night
and moved it.
Decided to move it. But that's not the end of the story. I don't know if you can see right past him or her. We've got our second egg on the farm. They definitely act a little bit different when there's eggs. See that right there? Meow. And I saw one of them kind of pecking at it a minute ago. This is the egg we found this morning that was broken and there were no guineas around it. Right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's one back there. Phone won't focus. But they are all watching this egg. I can't tell if there's another one there or not. Trying not to spook them because I want them to know if they want to lay eggs. This is a fine place. I'll come find them over here. This is more exciting than I can even admit. It's really sad. We've produced something on the homestead. Good job, bird herd. I think we're gonna start producing some eggs out here on Shady Acres.
Look how brave Earl is to be that far away from his mama. Oh, there he goes.
There's not a bone in his body that is afraid of just about anything. I saw him standing up to both the Mario brothers today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he never acted on it. He just came back down and sprinted away, but he was still being tough.
They are absolutely loving this.
Yeah.
So good for him.
I don't think any of them looked up for more than 2 seconds.
I know this guy hasn't.
Nom, nom, nom. I gotta help Dad, Mom.
We appreciate you
He got
helping
lots
Mo.
of mowing to do, but I can help.
You're nailing it. Hi, big guy.
I want to kiss, Mommy.
Well, I love you.
I love you too.
How about we just tell each other we love each other and we don't need to give kisses? How about that? Can we do hugs?
How about I give you a kiss
How about
and
a
you
hug?
just take all my slobbers?
Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you.
Oh man, he's got some good slobber built up in them jowls.
You've had some dry mouth over the last few days with all the medicine you've been taking, huh? Is it all gonna start pouring out again?
That's true.
So good, Hercules. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, it's been really tough keeping him isolated when I know he just wants to get out there and work. He wants to be with his goaties.
Oh, yeah.
But it's been the right thing. You don't need to go over there. Just stay over here with us.
Okay, how fun is this that all the guineas came down to hang out with the goats?
It's pretty stinking awesome.
That's pretty cool.
When they were real little, they would get in the goats' faces and try to eat what the goats were eating. But I remember both Mama and Spruce kind of gave them a little warning shot a couple times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they never made contact, but they got close. And ever since then, I've never really seen them do anything other than this right here. So in a dream world, I wish I had a pen that enveloped all of this and we could just leave them out, and then I could do like an exclusion pin and put a little protection around our stuff and the camper and everything, which they don't really mess with it, but if we weren't out here full time, there's no telling what they'd get into. So I've been trying to kind of think through, well, how do we do that and still maintain access in and out of it easily and not necessarily have to be taken off another gate 1,000 times in and out. And I don't really know what the solution is yet. So as young as these guys are and as good as they're being, I think we just kind of continue doing this for a while. I mean, even the guineas are getting in on the action. Uh-oh, you missed the parade. She's calling you. She's calling you. Hi, Daisy. Hi, Duke. Do I make you feel comfortable? Yeah, no, you gotta go get Mama. She's right there. so you guys know, we don't officially know everything, where we're gonna put everything, what buildings we need, a house, all that good stuff. We don't know yet. We're just gonna continue clearing and taking it one step at a time, one day at a time, and we'll just learn, you know? But this makes me happy, and it's good for them to be out grazing.
Oh, this is cute.
Yeah. Hey, while you guys are in there, could you split that up for me, please? Your grandpa would be very appreciative. Earl, man, this is like the perfect place for you. You really like this acrobatic stuff, don't you? Spruce, you know what you're doing, don't you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm the smartest goat out here, that's for sure, that's for sure. I'm really the smartest animal out here, really, just thinking about it. Nom, 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 nom. Whoop, whoop. Are you a mountain goat? I'm a whatever kind of goat I need to be to get my food. Nom, nom.
You want some rocks?
They taste good? Sure, sure, sure. Why not, why not?
Now, we have not fed them their grain yet, obviously. And the reason why we do that is so that we have a good persuasion to get them to go back into the pen very easily, which is typically not a problem. And if the grain doesn't quite do it, then, you know, animal crackers will. I would love it if they could cut this down a little bit so I don't have to mow as often.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Or especially the hillsides where
Yeah,
I
I was gonna
typically
say
have
right
to
over
weed
there.
eat. That'd be great.
These littles just love to climb on all the wood.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna stay over here, Herc. Hey. Herc. They're loving this so much.
I'm loving it so much.
great. Good boy, Herc.
It makes a lot of the stress and effort and thought and emotion and, well, let me just repeat, stress and effort. It really makes it all feel worth it, you know?
Yeah.
Yesterday I heard one of the babies crying. It was either Daisy or Duke. I can't really tell the two apart yet. So I thought, well, better make sure nobody got pinned under the hay feeder or, you know, somebody had them cornered and they were scared or whatever. And I had Bruno with me, and obviously I don't take him in the pen with me. So I just took him up to the edge, and as I got down there, I saw a pretty ruffled little Mario outside the pen. And when I got a little close, Spruce hopped away. He was nose to nose with Hercules as if he had some kind of secret or he was tattling or something. Well, it's that little Mario was outside. So I looked at the pen, all the panels were together, zip ties were up, everything was good. And then I noticed the electrical fence, the second from the bottom line, I got a 4-line electric fence, was pretty droopy. And I was like, oh, well, there's gotta be a branch or something on it. So I inspected the fence, everything looked good. So my thinking, based on how little Mario was looking and acting, I'm curious if he got a little curious, a little too close to the fence, maybe stuck his head through, started getting shocked and panicked, and got caught up in it for a minute and landed on the outside. When they were younger, they'd just jump right back in. But if he got hit a few times, that's why he stayed out. But he sat right outside the gate. I walked up with Bruno in my arms. I just opened the gate and he walked right back in, hopped up on the spool, laid down with Koopa. Don't really know what happened, but gonna have to tighten the fence a little bit now because it's definitely got a little bit of a sag in one of the lines for at least probably an 80-foot run or so. It is what it is.
If you want kisses from Herc, they're probably gonna be some poopy kisses.
Well, I anticipate it.
He's been over here eating poop.
Yeah, no, Bruno's had his fair share of guinea poo, and then he licks the side of my face, and I'm like, I can actually smell
Gross.
that on your breath.
Herc doesn't want to get any closer because he's afraid we're gonna put him up already.
Yeah, we'll see how he feels about it when there's animal crackers involved.
You don't like animal crackers, do you?
Animal crackers? Wait. Show me the cracker, Mom. I don't believe you.
Well, you have to go down to the pen before I'll show it to you, okay?
Oh, but my foot hurts so bad.
It's not even this
I
foot that's
don't
hurt.
know that I can stay in the pen one more night.
You're doing so good.
You silly boy. Good job, Weege. Yeah, buddy, get them vines. Hey, your brother used to take care of poison ivy for me. Since you are the new tallest in the herd, it's gonna be your job, okay? Okie dokie. Does it taste good? You know I'll eat it. Good job, Coop. Up on 1 foot. Okay, you hear the one syllable there? That's our male. He's definitely one of our males. A lot of them refer to it on blogs and other people who raise guineas, buckwheat. Sounds like they're saying buckwheat, buckwheat, buckwheat. But the males are just that one syllable shot. I found a secret weapon. Just went in there and grabbed this weird container and shook it a little bit, and I all of a sudden had 11 goats following me.
Wow. I can't believe they're all just going in.
They think they're getting animal crackers or something. I don't know why.
It couldn't be because you have them in your hand or anything.
Ah, that might have something to do with it. Come on, goaties. This is a suicide mission. I don't recommend doing this. I'm gonna start handing them out to all the good goats that are back in the pen. Oh, you get a cracker, you get a cracker, you get a cracker. Everybody's getting crackers, Spruce.
You better go in, Spruce.
You gotta have your spin move game on pretty good when you do something.
You better get in there.
Crazy.
Come on.
All right, they're getting old enough. You better get your fingers out of the way.
Oh, yeah.
Here, Blue. Non-confrontational, Blue.
Herc says, what about me, Dad?
I'll get you, Bubba. I want to try the littles when we have them in their pen for feeding, okay? Lucy,
Okay.
you want
What'd you
another
think of that, Spruce? Is that a good
one?
time?
Good job. Okay, the babies do like little broken pieces of animal crackers.
Oh, good. We have plenty of those.
Yeah. I really don't want Ouija's hooves up on me.
Instead, take Harry and Larry's.
Okay, this will even y'all up. Good job, good job. Now, we're gonna get your grain, but you're only getting half. This is all out of order, by the way.
Oh, of course.
When I was a kid, there was no dessert before. Like, this is all out of whack.
Hey, it's what happens on Shady Acres.
That's
you get
right.
dessert before dinner.
That's right. Good boy, Ouija. Something yummy on your lips there,
He
buddy?
is like licking his lips waiting for another animal cracker.
Are you just that hooked? I see you. Don't tell anybody. Shh, shh. Yep. Put your foot back or you're going to fall. Hey, this ground can't support you.
Get your head on a swivel. Oh yeah, you're just waiting for that food? Nobody else better get theirs before you, huh?
Is any of this for you, Spruce?
What if I told you weren't gonna get any? Spruce. I think that's called a temper tantrum. People are starting to ask what's wrong with you. I mean, seriously. They're asking what's wrong with you, dude.
Are you broken? I want to know if when he does it, can you do that little
Don't get me in the middle of this.
Come on, Larry and Harry. Larry and Harry. Larry and Harry. Come on, boys. Come on, crazy.
Come on, Harry.
Come on. You guys are crazy, you know it?
Harry, you have a lot of people that are in love with you, and they're dying to know how your lice treatment is working out and how you're doing. You want to tell them that we're having pretty good success with the lice treatments. You're feeling a whole lot better. Yeah? You can tell him you're feeling a whole lot better? Let him know. So I just went and checked all of the littles. And by that I mean Harry, Larry, Little Mario, and Koopa. And I am very happy to say that I see no lice on any of them. On Larry, I might have seen some eggs, but I'll be real honest, I don't know if it's eggs or if it's dry skin because it's dry skin season. So we're gonna keep on watching them, but Harry was absolutely infested whenever we first started this whole thing. And it didn't matter where you pulled back on his fur, you would see bugs on him. And now I've pulled back all over him and I haven't found any bugs. So I'm super thrilled between the DE and sulfur powder mixture and the silence treatment that we've done. We're looking pretty good as far as lice treatment goes. So I feel like we're really on the up and up on that. That makes me feel really good.
Man, dude, Larry, he fights above his weight class.
He does, but he's smart about it.
He's very smart about it. Well, he wins above his weight class.
Yeah.
Like this guy and Koopa, I think they outweigh him by just a little bit, but he spars with this guy. This is the number one dynamic duo that we have. And Larry has zero fear. Woo, there's some wind. It's gonna blow you back, Weege.
He's like, Spruce, want me to eat with you?
Yeah, he teases him. Can you get your footing there,
He
Rudolph?
just can't get it quite right over there. Man, dude, the struggle's real, huh?
Well, you know, yep.
Oh, it's because we cleaned out the bottom of the feeder. That's what it is.
They got to pack their hay back down to stop their hooves.
When Spruce decides he doesn't like what's happening, you better just stay out of his way because he is Sprucifer for sure.
Yeah. Well, and he doesn't intentionally like target us, but if we're close, it's like his way of tattling.
Yeah.
And he'll smack you, man. I got some good bruises from that guy.
I do too. Tell him, Larry.
Yeah, Larry just doesn't back down. Attaboy. Spruce, my mohawk is 100 times better than yours. That's where my powers come from. Gosh, it's so weird how this guy is like the perfect mix of Little Mario and Larry.
Yeah.
Got Larry's mama, Little Mario's daddy, and a little bit of both of their personalities. He's gonna be an active little rascal, aren't you? I'm assuming if you don't want your goats to be like jumping on you and, you know, doing what Spruce just did to me, you probably put a stop to this. Don't come down here and let them do that. For those of you who don't really care for the up close and personal experience with your goats. But you do this, you have better luck when you go to do your lice treatment like we did in our last video.
Yeah.
And you can just walk up and love on them. I can pull their fur backward and just squirt everywhere I need to. So pros and cons, but just take my word for it. Both Shannon and I, from our waist down, there's random bruises all over the place at any point in time. And don't ask us where they came from or when they happened. It was every day.
Yeah, because we never know.
Yeah. I need to get about 8 inches closer to be able to reach over with my other arm and look a little less conspicuous. She doesn't like when you get too close. This is the problem where their peripheral vision, they can basically see their own tails.
Yeah.
So
she's like, I see everything you're doing.
She knows there's something in my right hand, but she also knows I talk with my hands, so maybe if I just kind of wave it around. Laurel, I don't think you came to help at all. I think you came to your mother's aid and said, don't put that stuff on my mommy. Oh no. I'm getting Blues Crew number 2.
Yeah, I had Earl and Duke both jumping on me just a second ago.
Hi, Dookie. Hi, Bluesy. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. We got about 1 full CC in on that one.
Hey, that's pretty good.
It is pretty good. So maybe by 2025, I'll be able to get this other 1.5 in there. Duke, Earl, Daisy girl, hi Bluesy. Well, careful. Okay, that's a little concentrated, but I did that with one of the others. I've got 2 different spots on there. This is why I have gloves on, because you get this stuff on your hands. You don't want to go barehanded doing this.
Yes, I did tell him your comments were you should have gloves on.
Why didn't I have the gloves?
It just doesn't happen.
Why didn't I have the gloves just then, though?
Because I decided last minute that I wanted to try to get Blue taken care of. So blame me, my fault.
I got to be real honest. I wouldn't have put gloves on to do that anyway. I just did 10 goats yesterday, and she's only the one.
But we got her.
But be smart, be safe, look that kind of stuff up. You wear gloves. Let us make the mistakes. If this hand falls off tomorrow, you win.
This is a gorgeous time of day.
This is my favorite time. I think we show this just about each season. Like, sunset is just beautiful, and now the grass is greening up and growing.
We got some leaves coming out on the trees.
Another red bud right there. So this is where my truck lives 99% of the time. If I'm not using it, it's parked here. And like I mentioned earlier, the guineas know when I come and go. And a lot of times they'll be here welcoming me, like specifically in my spot, and they get out of my way. I have learned that. It's kind of funny. But there was an egg right there, and I did not run over it because I hadn't moved the truck, but it was broken. And guinea eggs, there's not much egg white. It's just yolk for the most part. It's a smaller egg, but it's a richer protein content than chicken eggs. A little bit harder of a shell. And so I don't know exactly when that happened, but it had to be what, in the last 2 days probably?
Well, I would imagine it was just today.
Could be. And so now we're gonna keep an eye over here. And sure enough, we were up there with Bruno a little bit earlier, and I noticed about 4 of the guineas were laying right here, one of them with their feet out kind of funny like, and I got a little bit of footage of that, but looky right there, another egg, and that's not a crack, that's a little blade of grass right in front of it. As far as we know, Gray is a male, and you can tell by, see the larger hood up on top of his head, and I forget what the little goblet looking things are. But the males usually protect the eggs and the keats, and I shouldn't be able to get this close, to be real honest. But I got a pretty unique bird herd. So 2 or 3 of them have gone over to it and kind of pecked at it and moved it around a little bit. I mean, you can see my shadow. These guys are like 3-4 feet in front of me. That's about real zoom right there. I could reach out and touch that guy or girl. Are you guys starting to lay for me? Or are you about to attack me because I'm so close to your egg? So that's under my trailer. Kind of a weird spot for nesting. But as they say, it's pretty hard to get guineas to nest where you want them to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep you guys out of the sun. I'm really sorry. My goodness, you guys have the better view facing this way.
Yeah, you do.
Lucky. So we're super excited, guys. It kind of just, for Shannon and I, it's meaningful. I know it's, if you got chickens or you know anybody that has chickens, those things pop them out all the time. And we want to get there. But we've raised these guys from keats. We've lost
5.
a few. And obviously the turkeys, and so that was really hard on us, I guess, feeling like, man, come on, can we succeed at this? Can we do this? And now we have a couple of eggs, and there may be more somewhere on the land. It's just
we just don't know.
Got to look everywhere for them.
Yeah. And I did put together, just in case they'll use it. I don't think they will, but come with me over here.
She's getting creative.
I moved some straw bales around to make them a little hiding spot, just in case they wanted a safe place to lay their eggs.
That's a little hilarious.
I don't know that they'll actually use it, but it's there just in case.
Yeah. Well, we may have to put a little loose straw down in the bottom of it to give them something to lay in, but clearly that one egg was laid in the dirt where my tire ruts are, one under the trailer just in the kind of taller grass. I don't know, they're mystery birds. We're all learning at the same time. Like us, the birds, and those of you who've never had guineas. But we're really excited about it, guys. We want to try the eggs. We want to let Herc have the eggs. We have people in line waiting to try the eggs.
I might want to incubate some of the eggs.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we had a lot of fun with the goats tonight. Got Herc out. He's a very happy camper. All the goats are happy campers.
The lice treatment is going very well.
Lice treatment going well. I love this time of year.
Yeah.
And being able to get them out, let them graze on natural forage.
Oh, they were so happy.
Yeah. Well, we got to go get Bruno off the charger and burn some of his energy. He needs his own dedicated video soon. I mean, it's just a day in the life of Bruno.
Oh, man. That guy's got it rough.
Oh, my gosh. That's far from the truth. But yes, he does have it very rough. Guys, we love and appreciate each and every one of you. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.